Infiniti just got an injection into the lineup. We have the new 2025 QX80 dropping the old 5.6 liter V8 for a new twin turbo V6 with 450 horsepower. We have new pricing. We're going to compare it to the old QX80 in terms of pricing, and we also have packaging detailed with that pricing. If you guys are excited for the QX80, smash the like button. I hope to get it in the press fleet here very soon to test it out with the family. We've tested out the Armada in recent memory, which we don't have the new Armada yet, but it will be based off of this new Infiniti QX80. And maybe we'll talk a little bit today on how the Armada could be different from this. Currently, the Armada is almost a carbon copy of the QX80, but I think we'll see quite a bit different design and options and features on the Armada compared to this QX80, and they can't increase prices too much on the Armada, in my opinion. All right, with that being said, let's get into the pricing. All right, we have 4 grades: pure, luxe, and then all-wheel drive is standard on sensory and autograph. The base rear-wheel drive Lux, which there's no longer a Lux trim level in the 2025, but the base QX80 from last year cost $74,150. If we go to this year's model, we got about an $8,000 price bump from base model to base model. But the technology is so much better and the features are so much better, even on this base grade. And I'm going to tell you, like, it's hard to say exactly without driving it and testing out a lot of its features, but by the end of this, I'll probably be able to tell you what the best buy is. So the base model comes in with dual 14.3-inch screens. All right, so there are no optional screen sizes here. We have Klipsch 14-speaker premium audio. Now, the higher Klipsch model, so that's the sensory, which starts at 100K, as well as the autograph, they have those higher end Klipsch speakers, but I think for most people, 14 speakers is going to be enough. You have heated first and second row seats, flush door handles. We have a 360 camera here, Pro Pilot Assist 1.1, but you can get Pro Pilot Assist 2.1 for $3,300. That seems pretty expensive, but at least you get 360 camera standard even on the pure model. But what does Pro Pilot 2.1 get you in the Luxe grade? The Pro Pilot Assist 1.1 is standard, combines intelligent cruise control with steering assist to aid the driver in staying centered in their lane. It also can proactively adjust vehicle speed for curves, interchanges, and other driving situations. Pro Pilot Assist 2.1 is standard on the top grade, optional on the 2 middle grades, and it allows attentive drivers to take their hands off the wheel in certain freeway driving scenarios. If that's all it does, it is absolutely not worth $3,300 in my humble opinion. Back to the pricing. All right, all-wheel drive is going to cost you $3,100. In a truck like this, I mean, down here in Florida, it's probably not necessary to have 4x4, but when you're spending that much money on a truck like this, you got to have 4x4 in my opinion. But let me know. Would you guys be okay with rear-wheel drive if you're just using this to tow your boat to the ramp or something like that? And the base model also comes with 20-inch wheels, 8 USB ports, and motion-activated liftgate. Honestly, the base sounds like a pretty good deal here. After reading how unnecessary Pro Pilot Assist 2.0 is, I would have to drive both the Pure and the Luxe to figure out if this dynamic digital suspension is worth it with the electronic air suspension as well. I honestly don't know if that would be worth it. I really need to test this. And this, I almost feel like these things right here, dynamic digital suspension and electronic air suspension, I almost guarantee they're not going to be available on the Armada. The base model here might not be that much more special than the top of the line Armada when that comes around with a redesign. But without it being here yet, it's really hard to say. What's crazy here, as we move up to the Luxe, it tops off $92,000 plus before destination and not including Pro Pilot Assist 2.0. If we go back to last year's model, the sensory 4-wheel drive topped off at $88,000. So we have fully eclipse that here by the second trim level on the QX80. What does it get us in addition to what we saw in the Pure model? Well, we already talked about the dynamic digital suspension, electronic air suspension, has a head-up display. You have climate-controlled first and second row seats, so that means heated and ventilated that are probably, you could probably set to auto, but again, I need to do more research, and also drive it would help. Remote control rear seat. If I go to the press release here, it just says remote control rear seat. So I'm assuming you can control the rear seats from the front seat and change their reclining as well as, I don't know, positioning in the vehicle. Probably even be able to toggle on and off heated and ventilated seats as well from the front. Also, you go from 20-inch wheels to 22s, which in my opinion is going to degrade the ride quality, but the curb appeal is definitely going to be there with the 22s. All right, let's move on to the next package, the third package, the Sensory, $100,000, four-wheel drive only. Semi-aniline leather appointed seating for first and second rows. Third row, you're out of luck. You have biometric cooling, which has an infrared sensor integrated into the vehicle's headliner, detecting when a passenger is hot and near instantly adjusts the temperature and airflow to send cool air to the second row without any interaction required from the driver or front seat passenger. The effortless technology can rapidly cool up a passenger who is, for example, feeling warm after a vigorous soccer match with friends. I feel like kids are super tech savvy and they would have no problem cooling themselves off using the climate control and adjusting the vents appropriately. But what do I know as a dad? All right, you also get the upgraded 24 speaker Klipsch audio Premier reference premium Premier. Gosh, that is the longest. Klipsch 24 speaker reference Premier premium audio. There you go. You also have individual audio. And when individual audio is enabled, it allows for focusing only certain audio elements such as navigation directions, music, or cell phone calls to the driver's seat. For example, the driver can take a phone call while passengers continue to listen to music, or the driver could listen to a favorite playlist and hear map guidance without disturbing those sleeping in the rear seats. It's pretty cool to think about it. Let me know if you guys would be interested in that technology or even toggle that on. You also get Infiniti Light Path on QX80 Sensory. So with Light Path, when you approach the vehicle, assuming you have the key on you, the flush door handles automatically extend. Then you have a light show that comes up as the vehicle is being unlocked. The Infiniti emblem illuminates on the front, followed by individual elements in the DRLs, or the daytime running lights. Continuing from the center of the vehicle outwards, it culminates in the Infiniti Light Path, a stunning projection on the ground featuring the Infiniti wordmark and wing-like geometric shapes. All right, we all know what massaging front seats are, so we don't have to read into that. And then we also have personalized ambient lighting up to 64 colors. You have dark brown open-pore ash wood trim and a frameless digital rearview mirror, essentially. All right, now for the top, the creme de la creme, the QX80 Autograph, coming in at a cool $110,000. Again, let's go back to the top of the line 2024 model, $88,000. We're over $20,000 more expensive from top of the line to top of the line. I know you're going from like ancient technology on the old QX80 to cutting edge technology on the new QX80, but a 20 grand jump? That'll be tough to stomach for current QX80 buyers. But Infiniti wants to draw new customers to the brand with this model. Will they be going for the Autograph? And I'm really curious what breakdown per grade level will be. For example, are they going to make 20% Pures, 60% Luxe, 20% Sensory, and 20% Autograph? I have no idea, and I'm sure that will change depending on demand. All right, so what does the Autograph get you? Well, it gets you standard Pro Pilot Assist 2.1, because remember, it's optional on the middle two grades, where that gives you the hands-free driving. In my opinion, it's not worth $3,200. All right, so that's a part of this being built in. Second row massaging seats, that is pretty rare. You don't see that very often. That's pretty next level. Second row console with touchscreen HVAC and seat control. Again, I'm not saying, like, if I look at the Lexus LX, for example, that has, I believe, second row console with touchscreen HVAC on the top level, like what's called the ultra luxury, but that only has 4 seats. This still will have, I think, 6 seats in this top of the line autograph. Anyways, semi-aniline leather, heated third row seats. The last time I saw heated third row seats, it's not in a luxury vehicle. It was in the Hyundai Palisade that we reviewed about a month ago. Front console cool box, in-car camera. Not a big fan of in-car cameras, but someone will find a reason to get it out there. Two-tone roof, dark chrome exterior trim, and open-pore ash wood trim with metal inlay. We didn't have the metal inline here on the QX80 Sensory, but that had dark brown open-pore ash wood trim, and I would assume it's the same, but it's hard to tell without having both of them in front of me. All right, so it's hard for me to give you a clear-cut what's best. Honestly, the Pure is going to be very popular as well as the Lux. I think the Sensory, we'll see. I mean, $100K for Infiniti, I think that's going to be a tough sell, especially with maybe where their brand is right now. If they came out with a product this good a decade ago, maybe they could sell pretty well at $100,000 per QX80. Do I think it's going to be a better vehicle overall than the Lexus LX? And I actually do. In fact, I like the current QX80 and Nissan Armada over the current LX. You might be saying, Kirk, you're crazy. But honestly, the V8's so good on it. It has old school character and charm to it. I don't know what this is going to drive like. I could watch some of my friends' reviews like Rady or, Sophia and Redline reviews. I could check them out and see what they have to say about it. But we all don't have the same opinions on how vehicles drive or the things we like. So honestly, for me, I can't wait to test drive it, especially with the family, to see where it succeeds and where it doesn't. Honestly, I think it looks pretty darn cool. I think it has the looks and the technology to charge these prices. I honestly believe that. But it's really up to the customer if they believe an Infiniti car is worth it, or should I say worth that much money in today's market. Is it going to take down something like an Escalade? The Escalade's fantastic. Watch my review on the Escalade. I don't know. The V8 is fantastic on it, and the Escalade V is just another vehicle altogether. But I've driven the Navigator, and I'm almost 100% positive this is going to be a better vehicle than the Navigator for equal or less money as well. So it has that. I think it's a better vehicle than the Lexus LX. But again, I haven't tested it, but I would assume it's better than the current Lexus LX. And then how long is it going to be until the Armada comes out with this platform? And what will be lacking on the Armada compared to this? It will be interesting to see. I mean, the Armada will have Bose stereo instead of this Klipsch, but the Armada might have dual 14-inch screens, or maybe they just do two 12-inch screens. It's hard to say. I'm really excited to see what Nissan does with the Armada to differentiate itself from this vehicle right here. And with Infiniti kind of in a tough spot with sales falling year over year since I think has it been since 2017 that their sales have fallen every single year? Could this vehicle help them rebound? I think so. I think the QX8 or the QX60 is also a really, really good vehicle that costs half as much as this. It seems are close, right? You can get a fully loaded QX60 somewhere in the $60,000 range, and that gives you 3 rows of seats too. But this is that big, boxy, tank-like soccer mom truck of an SUV. You sit up high, you feel huge, and that's one of the things I love about the current QX80, and I can't wait to test this new one. All right, I got to shut myself up. Let me know what you guys think is the best package here. I think the bottom two, without the ProPilot Assist 2.1, I think the bottom two are the two best grades on here. All this is just fluff, and a lot of people who have $100K to spend on a car, sure, they might like a lot of fluff. Honestly, I think these provide a ton of luxury and prestige for the money, and I honestly do think they're probably worth the price increases over the outgoing QX80. All right, these are going to be a tougher sell once you crack into that six-figure market. I'll catch you guys in the next one and in the comments below. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button and subscribe, because I cannot wait to share my driving impressions when we get it here in the press fleet. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Peace.